The brothers Rick and Marty Lagena are undertaking a large excavation on Oak Island's famed Money Pit area. They are working on a 7-diameter steel shaft known as True Believer 1, which has descended to a depth of almost 100 feet. The team has also recovered remnants of a mysterious wooden tunnel that resembles the vault, which may be evidence of the fabled Chappelle Vault, a 7-high container first reported by treasure hunters Frederick Blair and William Chappell back in 1897. Recent groundwater tests have revealed high traces of precious metals below the 100-t level, leading them to believe that this shaft is located within the original money pit. The casing is going in ridiculously easy for the last 4 feet, and the team is only about 3.5 feet away from their first target horizon, 98.5 to 99. As the TB1 shaft advances deeper toward the possible tunnel, an 18.5-ton tool known as a hammer grab is being used to bring the spoils, and possibly man-made workings, to the surface. The team is approaching the depth of the tunnel, and they are expecting to encounter a lot of wood if it is indeed a tunnel. They are at about 110-111 feet right now, which is the very end of their first zone of interest. An interesting piece of wood has been found with grooves and a dowel. This indicates the same construction methodology as the U-shaped structure, which is the oldest-looking wood they've found. The team is hopeful that the next scoop will be something hugely meaningful. In summary, the brothers Rick and Marty Lagena are working on a massive excavation in the fabled Money Pit area of Oak Island, hoping to uncover answers to the 230-year-old treasure mystery. Their efforts have produced a rare and priceless piece of wood that may offer important new information about the history of the region and possible discoveries in the future. The team is keen to discover the truth and is making every effort to descend to the depths required to reach the chapel. They are presently at 117 feet with their dig and are pursuing the treasure vault below at 150 feet. The team is committed to finding the treasure in the TB1 area, which is thought to be the location of the original money pit. As pressure decreases, the team is near the vault and considering a few doubloons or something. The ground around and beneath TB1 abruptly begins to collapse, causing the caisson to collapse. Vault. An intense situation is developing in the money pit area, and the steel caissons have hit a mysterious obstruction. The team is working hard to break through the obstruction and bring more spoils and potential valuables to the surface. This is a serious problem, since it implies that something is consuming all of the material down there. The caisson is a 30-foot drop, which is a significant amount of material, and indicates that something is occurring underground that is consuming a huge amount of material. The team is not sure if they will be able to advance the caisson, but they are not giving up. Vanessa suggests backfilling the area and keeping an eye on it every few feet to make sure there is no caving. But the team is losing material and cannot guarantee they will continue advancing. The team's most ambitious operation to uncover the answers and the fabled treasure vault is now in jeopardy. The question is whether Oak Island will prevail once more and maintain its priceless secrets, or if Rick, Marty, Craig, and his team can solve a mystery that has persisted for more than 2 centuries. The U.S. government has halted all ongoing inquiries into Oak Island's enigmatic past due to a recent find. The discovery involved more than just gold or antiques. It also involved a huge metallic item concealed beneath the murky waters. The content was unheard of in recorded history, and if the whispers are accurate, it may change the course of history, and someone would stop at nothing to conceal it. As excavation proceeded, the swamp's bottom appeared to vanish into nothing, and the more deeply they dug, the more suspicious natural formations, odd debris, and anomalies suggested it wasn't just a normal marshland. Scanning equipment discovered something enormous, metallic, and purposefully concealed. The stranger discovered gold traces in the water, archaic tools, and man-made structures. An additional disturbing finding was an ancient, corroded relic. Analysis of the relic showed that the materials were not from any known civilization. The markings and symbols resembled ancient languages, but tests dated it back much further than anticipated, predating the island's known history. Modern experts were brought in to examine the findings, but the site was shut down. While work on Oak Island hasn't entirely stopped, it has been severely limited. Treasure hunters continue their work under close observation. The mystique of Oak Island predates modern riches. Hunters with legends of weird happenings, unexplained disappearances, and eerie characters protecting the island's secrets in the early 1800s discovered the infamous Money Pit. Three young men discovered layers of wooden planks, coconut fiber, and other materials that were not native to the area. As technology advanced and more sophisticated methods were used, theories took a darker turn, and the Lagena brothers found something shocking in the renowned Oak Island money pit. Geologists Terry, Matt, and Charles Barkhouse were closely monitoring the DN 111.5 borehole with the goal of reaching the potential gold mine zone, which was buried 80 to 112 feet below the surface. As the drilling machine dug deeper and deeper, they were thrilled to find a hollow space 90 feet below ground level. This revelation blew their minds, and they knew they were dealing with something of immense importance. Charles recommended that they get in touch with experts. While drilling in the same area as the treasure zone, Rick and Marty were intrigued by the discovery's backstory and questioned whether it was a typical discovery. Terry noticed that the DN-111.5, DN-125, and DN-113.5 coordinates were all precisely east-west aligned, suggesting that this could be part of a building hidden 94 feet below the water's surface. Finding out if they had uncovered another portion of this structure and whether it was related to the gold they found nearby was crucial, but they couldn't rely just on their gut feeling to provide evidence to support their claim. Charles called Rick and Marty right away, and the crew quickly came to the conclusion that they were completely in agreement with the Lagena brothers. When Rick and Marty got there, the group was able to validate what they had discovered. One important turning point in geological investigation was the finding of the Oak Island gold mining zone. The discovery of a treasure zone in the Oak Island money pit drill program thrilled Rick and his team. The area was unexpected because of its high gold values, air pockets, and voids, so they decided to name it after its locations. A meeting was called to go over the recent events and the background of the discovery. Terry, who is renowned for his keen observational skills, noticed that the coordinates DN 12.5 and DN 13.5 were precisely aligned from east to west, indicating that they might be part of a hidden building. The group was keen to find out if they had found another portion of the structure related to the gold found nearby, so they performed an XRF analysis on DN 11.5 and obtained results. Emma, an exceptionally talented archaeologist, came to the conclusion that the structure could only be described as a tunnel under any circumstances. An XRF spectrometer was used to analyze a sample of dry wood collected along the route, providing evidence of the typical materials found on Oak Island. Emma found elements including calcium, potassium, iron, manganese, titanium, and aluminum. They thoroughly examined the results, ruling out any potential explanations. But then they discovered an odd gold occurrence that heightened the team's enthusiasm. A more thorough comprehension of the discovery was made possible by the discovery of the treasure zone and the ensuing scientific investigation. After being assigned a mysterious mission to locate Oak Island's treasure, the Lagena brothers and their team found that a piece of wood contained gold, which they initially thought was an anomaly in the data. However, upon closer inspection, they learned that the gold made up about 0.04% of the total weight. They came up with the unexpected theory that there might be a significant amount of gold concealed within this discovery. As the team gained more knowledge about the wood and water samples, their optimism grew, leading to two intriguing areas of development. In addition to being a noteworthy discovery, the discovery of gold was also an important piece of knowledge that could point them in the right direction. The team's journey to Oak Island was filled with excitement and anticipation. Each new discovery and void they encountered gave them renewed hope for uncovering the profound truths that the island held. Despite the fact that many others had attempted to accomplish the same thing before them and had been unsuccessful, their determination to succeed remained unwavering. Their determination to unravel the mystery and unearth the legendary treasures on Oak Island was driven by their passion and unwavering conviction that they would be the ones to uncover it. As they continued their journey, they were close to making the most profound discovery possible. They finally arrived at the point where they could obtain the treasure of Oak Island, and they are eagerly anticipating the opportunity to discover this wealth. The Lagena brothers continue to search Oak Island with unwavering spirit. Whether they face disappointment or not, the Lagena brothers and their team are determined to uncover the treasure of Oak Island. Despite facing challenges and obstacles, their determination and resolve to succeed in their quest for the treasure will undoubtedly lead them to the ultimate goal of finding the treasure.